This will be the last class guide I make for Season 1, but don't worry because we're going to be continuing on for Season 2 with all the other specs, as well as going back over the older ones I made and update them for the new season. But anyways, like always, I'm going to teach you guys how to play a prop paladin in 5 minutes or less. If you're new to the class, or you just need a quick refresher, then this video is going to be great for you. Just keep in mind that this video is only going to cover the basics. We're not going to be covering the perfect rotation or any form of advanced topics for this spec. This guide is simply intended for you to master the basics. Think of this video as a starting off point in your journey into playing Protection. To learn more, check out the written class guides over on Wallhead or Icy Veins. Rather than relying on generic stat weights to guide your gear choices, it's recommended that you sim your character instead. While stat weights were once useful at some point, times have changed, and simming provides a more accurate and personalized look at your character. Simming your character is the most optimal way to assess whether a new piece of gear is going to be an actual improvement or not. If you're unsure how to sim your character, don't worry because I've made a video on how to do this. It's super simple, just watch the video and follow along. And now on to the talents. So this is going to be the build that I would recommend for raiding. With this build, you're going to be pretty balanced, you're going to have some access to cooldowns, really good self-healing, and some actual decent damage output. This is kind of a jack of all trades build. And then this is the build that I'd be using for Mythic Plus. So with this build, we're going to be right off the bat taking Blessed Hammer, so that our Hammer of Righteousness is now going to be doing AoE damage. And then we're going to pick up a talent called Shield of Adversity, which is going to make our Avenger Shield hit a bunch of targets and just give us a ton of parry. And now let's talk about the rotation. So Prop Paladin's rotation is super simple. It's going to be pretty much the same for single target and AoE. The whole goal of the rotation as a Prop Paladin is to basically just get as many Shield of Righteousness charges as you can. So it's going to look like this. You're going to cast Consecration if you're not standing in it, Judgment, Hammer of Wrath, Avenger Shield, Blessed Hammer and or Hammer of Righteousness, and Consecration. And real quick, let's talk about the mitigation as a prop paladin. So we're not going to cover every single thing you can do, but we're going to talk about the two main ones you really want to focus on, and that's Shield of Righteousness and Word of Glory. The idea here is that you always want to use Shield of Righteousness when you can spend your resource on it. However, I would use Word of Glory if you're below half health or you're about to die. Next up, let's talk about the consumables. So here's the list, like always, of all the different gems, enchants, and consumables that you guys should be using as a prop paladin. Always remember that the higher quality ones, while being more expensive in certain situations, are going to be a lot better for your character. And with that, we will conclude our guide on Protection Paladins. We hope you guys found this information super helpful and that it's inspired you to try playing prop paladin. Remember that this video is just a starting off point in your journey into mastering Protection. Make sure that you check out the written class guides on the spec so you can get a better understanding how to play. If you guys got something out of this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for checking out this video, and I will see you guys later.